what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna break down the Bucks versus Packers game, and we want to see where we're gonna find ways where the Bucks can attack the Packers and areas we see weakness. So the biggest area you always gotta look at with every game, it's gonna be offensive line versus defensive line. So let's look at the Packers O line, and plus, where do you see where Vita Vea and company can attack?
Yeah, I think, definitely against Royce Newman there, the right guard, obviously the right tackle as well. Um, as you see, I mean Elton Jenkins, I think JTS has an opportunity to win some battles there. And then, the left tackle as well is going to be new because Bakhtiari is probably not going to play. So there's going to be some matchups there. I think Vita Vea has a chance to have a very good game, and we're going to need it, especially against their run game, trying to contain Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon.
And the big thing is, if they're going to be helping out on the outside because Bakhtiari isn't playing, the interior is going to need help too. I mean, Vita Vea, I know Hicks is down, but Vita Vea is a man amongst boys. And if you don't double him, he's going to eat you up. And if you don't double him, if you do double him, who else is going to eat plus? Mr. Devin White, right? And
Right.
look in the past against Green Bay, 10 tackles over here combined, three QB hurries, three tackles for loss, one sack. I mean, so he's put up numbers against Green Bay before. Devin White, if this is the thing with every quarterback, if you blitz them in the A gap, if they are rushed off their spot, they're going to make bad throws, errant throws, and make mistakes. And this guy doesn't make many mistakes.
Right. Yeah, definitely. And yeah, Devin White, Levante are going to be huge in this one because, they're going to have to find ways to, get after the quarterback, affect the run game as well. Tackling is going to be a huge thing. But yeah, those big matchups there, I mentioned, the right guard, right tackle, definitely is going to be an emphasis. And then, going into, how to attack their defense, it's pretty much the same thing. We're going to have to be, you know, smart in how we protect for Tom Brady and company. Rashawn Gary, as you see here on the screen, very good. Preston Smith, they know how to rush the passer. Kenny Clark, obviously, he's probably the biggest one because he's probably going to go up against Luke Gedeke, Shaq Mason, and company, Robert Hainsey. So those guys have a tough test to deal with.
Yeah, we mentioned it in our film study. We're gonna have to run the ball a little bit. Let's be honest. Donnie's not gonna be starting for us either, so they're gonna be attacking us in that fashion. But for them, Bakhtiari's not there. Shaq Barrett, one hell of a guy to kind of push them there. But I mean, looking at their defense, we got to be able to run the ball, test the rookie linebacker, and take advantage of Eric Stokes. I mean, they're not going to go after Alexander like you've mentioned in the past. So find ways to run the ball, then play action, and find a deep.
Nope.
There you go, Eric Stokes,
Yeah.
21 or number 21. That's all I'm going to say, guys. So I would hope they'd go after this guy. Don't force feed against Alexander on the other side. He's a Georgia Bulldog. Woof.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I think you have to find ways to attack him, isolate and try to create matchups for you. Again, we're going to be down a lot of receivers. No Mike Evans, no Julio Jones or Chris Godwin, most likely. So we're going to have to be creative. We're going to have to use those mesh routes, the bunch concepts where we, create space underneath and so forth. But yeah, it should be a heck of a game. A lot of intriguing battles and see how it matches up and who's available to play. I think that's the biggest thing on both sides. A lot of people have injuries. So yeah, it's going to be a very close game defensively. Who's going to play better defensively? That's probably who's going to win the game.
Yeah, and we may see Kate Otten actually get a catch in the regular season. We may see some tight
Mhm.
ends be used because their linebackers put them to the test. I know we know Devondre Campbell from his years in Atlanta. He's a pretty good linebacker, but I would test Quay Walker. And if they're going to start sending all this pressure, you got to get this ball out fast. It's either run the ball or throw to the tight end. Don't wait for these outside receivers to do something. Don't hard press it, Leftwich. We've talked about this. But other than that, guys, how do you feel about this game? Are you worried? Are you scared? I mean, I know media has their opinions. They always talk about the Bucs line, but what do you guys think? We want to hear that in the comment section down below. Like the video, help support the channel, subscribe if you haven't just yet. And with that said, until the next one.